Hello, everybody. It's Rebecca here. I hope that you are all doing fantastic today. Thank you for welcoming me into your space. I'm really happy that I'm here, and it's so wonderful to see some familiar faces. So today we're going to be spending some time together. If I'm correct, this is the 5th week in a row that I will share with you another musical story. The 5th week of me broadcasting to you all through a screen. And it's going well so far. Before we get right down to it, I would like to just briefly explain how a musical story works, just to kindly remind each other. So I will read aloud a story, and embedded in each paragraph, there will be clues, specifically lyrics to songs, everyone, that will help us think of the song that will be sung next in the story. Now, some of these lyrics are so easy to register what song it is from that I will probably read those lyrics as any word that I would in the story. But there's might be some cases that the lyrics may be difficult to register what song they belong to, and in that case, I will sing them along with a melody as well. Hopefully that way it will be easier for us to guess what song will be sung next. And me, through this screen, what I'm going to be listening for today is for anyone or everyone to kind of shout the title of the song. So if you got it, have no fear. Shout it aloud for everyone to hear. And that was not planned. I'm just feeling quite rhymey today. So, if we're all ready to go, let's get started. First things first, though, let's turn on our listening ears and our listening brains. All right, I'm ready as you are. Let's get started. So, the title of this musical story is called Sara Makes a Wedding Playlist. So this musical story has a lot of love songs in it, and we'll get right down to that. I thought we would go in the direction today of love and caring songs. I'm excited. Here we go. Once upon a merry sunshiny day, Sara was stuck inside at her desk, covered with paper and notes. Beside her desk was Sara's record player, piled underneath a grand number of records. Now I will share with you that Sara was frustrated. Her best friend Elizabeth was soon to be married in 1 week, and as the maid of honor, Sara was asked to create a list of wedding songs that she would ask the band to then play at the event. At this point in the process, Sara was finding love songs that had hints of non-fairy tale endings. They were sad, and Sara didn't want Elizabeth to listen to these sad love songs at her own wedding. Sara kept on leafing through her record pile. Ah, another example of a sad love song, she exclaimed as she held up a record sung by Patti Page. There's a big clue right there. The first song here is about dancing with darlings, but then it starts talking about an old friend they happened to see was introduced to the girl, and while they were dancing, the friend stole the sweetheart away. It's a good song, said Sara to herself, but I don't think it's right for Elizabeth's wedding. It's not a cha-cha song, more like a waltz in a place that starts with the letter T. I was dancing with my darling to the something waltz. Anybody have the answer? I'll give you a few seconds if you don't have it yet. So the name, if anybody hasn't shouted it out yet, the name of this song we're about to sing is called Tennessee Waltz by Patti Page, one of the singers that made this song very famous. And if you feel the need, please sing along. The more voices, the better. Let's be together today. I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz when an old friend I'd happened to see introduced him to my loved one, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Good singing, everyone. It's really nice to hear you. Let's do it again. I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I'd happened to see introduced him to my loved one, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Oh, the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Wow, we all sound so good together. Listening and singing. It's just a beautiful thing to be doing that all at once. Okay, so that's the first song of the musical story put behind us. We'll move on to the second one. Here we go. Sara kept on going through her record pile until she found another sad song album by the famous Nat King. That's right, Nat King Cole. And other people have sung this song too, but this is the album that Sara had. This is another song that I won't put on the list, she thought. However, it's still a rather funny song about a man asking his lady to give him his answer true. And the man said it wouldn't be a stylish marriage because unfortunately he couldn't afford a carriage, only a bicycle built. A bicycle built for two, which is, I happen to find, a very common title for this song that we're about to sing, Bicycle Built for Two. But more commonly, it goes under the name of a flower beginning with the letter D. I will tell you, it is not a daffodil, but you can hear it when you hear the melody. Do, 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 do. Day, do, do, give him his answer true. Not daffodil, just a reminder. Do we have the answer? I'd like to share with you all at this moment, if we haven't already guessed yet, the title being Daisy, Daisy. Another weird love song. We'll go over that in a second. Here we go, everybody. Let's sing. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I'm not crazy, all for the love of you. And it won't be a stylish marriage. Ooh, 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 that's right. And you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Well done. Let's keep it going. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. And it won't be a stylish marriage. You can't afford a carriage. And you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Well done, everyone. Now there's a second verse that some of us may not be familiar with, but it addresses the question, will you get on a bicycle for me, built for two, to our marriage? Let's see what she says here. Here we go. Harry, Harry, here is my answer to you. Well, I love of you. And it won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage. And I'll be damned if I'll be crammed on a bicycle built for two. And I'll be damned if I'll be crammed on a bicycle built for two. Quite a funny ending, as it said in the musical story, but still an unfortunate one. As a matter of fact, she decided to turn down the invitation of riding a bicycle built for two to her own wedding. So it didn't end the way that the gentleman wanted. So with that, Sara says, I'm going to put that one aside, that song, and I'm going to keep on looking. What about this one, she thought, as she held up a record with a tavern illustrated on the front cover. A tavern. Let's give it a listen, thought Sara. She started to hear lyrics such as, my love sat him down, drinking his wine as merry as can be, and he never thought of me. There is a something in the town, and because the gentleman was seeing someone else, his wife said, fare thee well, for I must leave me. Do not let this parting grieve thee. And I'll remember this whenever friends were part. And I'll hang my harp on the weeping willow tree, and may the world go well with thee. Do we have the answer? Let's rewind just a little bit here to there is a something in the town, There is a in the town. Might I remind everyone that she was looking at an album cover that had something on it at the beginning of this paragraph. Do we remember what it was? If anyone here has guessed Tavern in the Town, you are absolutely correct. And we will celebrate that. Good job, by the way, by singing it. That's great. We're going through this musical story pretty quickly. Let's sing along. There is a tavern in the town, and there my sweet love sat him down, and drank his wine as merry as can be, and never thinks of me. Fare thee well, for I must leave me. Do not let this parting grieve thee, and remember that the best of friends must part. Well done. Adieu, my friends, adieu. I can no longer stay with you. I'll hang my harp on the weeping willow tree, and may the world go well with thee. He left me for a damsel dark. Each Friday night they used to spark, and now my love, who once was true to me, takes this dark damsel on his knee. Fare thee well, for I must leave me. Do not let this parting grieve thee, and remember that the best of friends must part. Adieu, my friends, adieu. I can no longer stay with you. I'll hang my harp on the weeping willow tree, and may the world go well with thee, and may the world go well with thee, Oh, well done. That's such a great song. It's a lot of words, though. All right. So it sounds, just according to the lyrics that we just sang together, that the lady had a good temperament about leaving this guy. She knew she had to leave and get out of there. And it definitely wasn't on the wedding list, Sara thought. So she's going to continue trying to find songs for Elizabeth's wedding playlist. So here we go. At this point, though, Sara was getting fed up with her record pile, so she wandered off to the garage in her home and found a new pile of records titled Love Songs with happy endings. Oh my goodness, this is what I've been looking for the entire time, she thought. Finally, now it was easy street for Sara. The first song she listened to from the first record on this pile was about a specific nickname that usually lovers call one another when they are in love with you, hoping they can hear each other whisper that they love them too. Sara hoped that this would be a good song for Elizabeth's wedding. She hoped Elizabeth and her husband would keep the love light growing with their eyes so true throughout the years. Ooh, I'm in love with you. Anyone know the name of that song? Give it a thought. A nickname. What could it be? That's definitely in the title. For those of us who have not guessed yet, I'm going to give you the biggest clue that I can give you. Let me call you sweetheart. That is the right answer. And we'll sing it together. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. That's right. Keep up the good work, everyone. Here we go. Keep the love light growing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Beautiful singing, everyone. Let's do it one more time for good measure. Here we go. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Wow. Incredible, everyone. Let's continue going. Sara is kind of getting a good start on the list now because she's finally finding some good love songs with happy endings to them. Here we go. Let's see what I can find next, she thought to herself. Sara pulled out the last record she would look at before calling it a day. It was a busy afternoon so far. And with you and me too. It's been great. This particular record for Sara was about finding a specific type of baby in a store. That sold nickels 5 cents and dimes 10 cents. It sounded like a romantic song because the man had no choice but to go to this 5 and 10 cent store to survive a rainstorm. He met some type of baby. And while the rain continued for an hour, he hung around for 3 or 4. Must have been love at first sight, thought Sara, as she listened to the record. This song would be great for the band to play, since Elizabeth and her soon-to-be husband claim it was love at first sight as well. In a way, Elizabeth was like, baby. Not a 5 cent baby. Not a 10 cent baby, but they found the baby at the 5 and 10 cent store. But my question is, the main part of the title, what type of baby is it? Not a dollar baby, not $1,000 baby. Starts with the letter M. Million. I hope somebody guessed it before I did. I think I was trying to help you out. That happens sometimes. I do enjoy it. $1 Million Baby at the 5 and 10 cent store. This is a fun little song. Here we go, everybody. It was a lucky April shower. It was the most convenient door. I found $1 million baby at the 5 and 10 cent store. Very good. The rain continued for an hour. I hung around for 3 or 4 around the $1 million baby at the 5 and 10 cent store. She was selling china, and when she made those eyes, well, I kept buying china until the crowd got wise. Incidentally, if you should run into a shower, just step inside my cottage door and meet the $1 million baby at the 5 and 10 cent store. She was selling china, and when she made those eyes, well, I kept buying china until the crowd got wise. Incidentally, if you should run into a shower, just step inside my cottage door. Let's do it, everyone. And meet the $1 million baby at the 5 and 10 cent store. Wow. That kind of puts a good conclusion to the end of our musical story together today. It says here that Elizabeth had a good start on her song list for the first day, and she thanks everyone in this room for listening to her story and singing along. Elizabeth's wedding will be one to remember for sure, and she has you to thank for that. And I thank you for that too. I always walk away happily surprised at how we do. Even though I shouldn't be surprised anymore, it's just a nice feeling to see how well you do every time you do this activity. I look forward to when we discuss another musical story next week. And until that time, I hope that you have a great rest of your day and week as well. I will be seeing you soon. Let's do a little farewell song for each other today. Thank you for the time. Smile the while you kiss me, said adieu. When the clouds roll by, I'll come to you. Then the sky will seem more blue. Down in Lover's Lane, my dearie, wedding bells will ring so merrily. Every tear will be a melody, so wait and pray each night for me till we meet again, till we meet again next week. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.